Wonder if they're gonna put a giant piece of stained glass.
Be a leak that confirms WYATT 6 coming to HHN this year.
This is my favorite little pumpkin.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2025 update. Someone was leaking the names for the upcoming IP houses. We have massive construction updates. We're gonna be talking about HHN Chicago. But guys, great news. We are almost to the halfway point. You guys are crushing it. I hope we hit our goal by Halloween. If we can pull that off, that would be incredible. If you didn't know, we are so close to kind of like dethroning the official HHN YouTube channel. Half of you guys currently are not subscribed who watch the videos. We have a little challenge now. If we hit 76,000, we're gonna have a reward to show you guys, 78,000 and then 80,000. So I own one of the largest HHN collections in the world. So I'm gonna reveal like a jaw-dropping artifact to you guys every single one of those tiers that we hit. Like your mind is gonna be blown. I promise it'll be worth the wait, but we got this. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights shirt of the day, the classic, the Michael Myers HHN 2016. On the back it says Halloween. So on that note, let's roll the commercial.
Face horror beyond your wildest screams. You won't stand a chance. Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
It is a busy, busy summer day.
So we have some HHN Chicago updates for you guys. So one of you guys took some photos for us where the casino is supposed to be. So like the Horror Unleashed building for Chicago is a pre-existing building. So they're just kind of like changing the inside and then the outside slightly. So we're not gonna see any movement happening for that until next year because they're still focusing on finishing Vegas right now. It's getting there. Vegas is getting there. A little over 2 weeks away. Okay, so Attractions 360 posted some photos of Horror Unleashed. They said, wow, just 18 days until the grand opening of Universal Horror Unleashed in Las Vegas on August 14th. So we can see there's gonna be a logo inside the door. As you know, the Legendary Truth kind of sealed this door up. Here's a better shot of kind of the surrounding walkway when you're walking up. It's finished. Other buildings have been painted. Here's a shot from the other side from kind of the street view of Horror Unleashed. Now the Universal Horror Unleashed Instagram did release a new image of the billboard with some lightning in the background.
How'd your experiment go with the DeLorean?
It went very, very well, but it happened in 8029.
Do you have a favorite colored marker that you like to use, like when you're doing your autographs?
Pink. The girls like pink.
All right, no merch yet till the next update. Hopefully, the next update will have the new merch to show off.
Okay, let's pop to the discount store. I still don't know why they're not putting the tribute store here. As you know, it's heavily rumored for the arcade, just such a small area. I don't know why they're not using this massive, massive space where they've built tribute stores here before.
It looks like they're keeping the store open to sell hangers. That's that what's going on? No, it's all pretty much the exact same merch. Nothing's really rotating. Again, this is such a massive area compared to what the arcade is. Nothing new with the HHN bar area. Still the same setup. So we're over here at Cafe La Bamba.
I think they started working on the RIP overlay. They normally have like an RIP overlay in here, but the bar that's normally here is closed right now. Bar is closed. They now have kind of a little bar over here. I wonder if they're starting to decorate the inside yet. So over here is going to be the bar. You can get the drinks, cocktails, all that stuff. They don't have a food stand in here yet for HHN, but they just have a temporary bar. Holy pumpkin lord. There's a lot of little pumpkins that appeared overnight. A lot happened overnight. We were here yesterday. None of this stuff was here. And now it all just appeared. This is crazy because like these teams are here in the middle of the night, early in the morning, putting this stuff up. I cannot imagine how many hours it took to put this stuff up last night. Because if you ever put up your own Halloween decorations, it's a mission.
So here we go. Let's start going over all the new little details that were added for 9 Crooked Lane. So you're gonna have a bike here, and then we're gonna have all these little cats. It does look like when it comes to the cats, the eyes will glow. Kind of has that glow material on it. And then it almost looks like there's a little bit of the glow paint, but it looks like the cat will glow. It just looks like an old, simple Halloween decoration. Here we have this happy little scarecrow. Will there be happy things happening here? We're gonna have to wait and see. But we have these twigs that have been added up along the fence line, and then this garland around right here. Again, we're still missing the massive gate, but if we're gonna come right around here, we got some more sticks. Here's some little, they almost look like little garlics, some little ghostly balls or something. We're gonna come over here, we have this poor little dirty, disheveled little scarecrow. You are not welcome here because the welcome sign has been covered up. Then we're gonna come along here, we're gonna see a witch and a black cat. Oh, I like this little Frankenstein little bucket. This cat holding a witch's hat with ghosts coming out. Another little witch cat, a happy little witch cat. And then we have a little bat cat right there. And then we're gonna have this other cat hanging out with a little rat friend. And then here's these, oh God, these are terrifying. Well, here's another cat that again, it'll look like it'll glow during the nighttime. But look at all these different scarecrow creepy children. Lord have mercy. And then we got this little skeleton. He's all rusted up right there. And we come back here. We're gonna have this adorable little plush ghost. He's gonna be the true icon of the scare zone. And then there's a little candle that'll illuminate inside this house. There's a little cutout of a witch, because at the end of the street, we will end with the witch's house. But there's all these little vintage decorations for Halloween. Down here, we're gonna have a jack-o'-lantern that's been carved, with then also a little cauldron of a jack-o'-lantern. And then we're gonna come along here. There's gonna be more of the little ghostly balls, some more of the little creepy children, some more little pumpkin pails, and then another cat that it looks like it'll glow. And then we have another bicycle. This bicycle has been here for a very long time. So this is kind of showing with the story, right? So in the front, you're gonna see a new bike. That bike just got there, the kids just drove in. I'm sure we'll see maybe the victim of the kid at the house. But here it shows that kids have been here for a long time and they just kind of disappear because it's all rusted and all muddied up. Now if we come over here with the platform, nothing new yet. They have not placed the next prop piece on top. But let's come around here. We got a little cauldron that's been distressed. And then down here is a spooky little ghost. If we come over here, we have some more witch decorations. Like a little witch pillow down there. And then we have a skeleton just chilling inside of a tub. Little Happy Halloween vintage pail. And it says, enter if you dare. Because again, this is kind of near the front of the scare zone. So it's kind of warning you about what's going to be coming a little later in the scare zone. But these little props just got added. And then also over here, they've added another piece of garland. But the coolest stuff that just got added was the pumpkins. The pumpkins are all here. They have not been hooked up yet. Each pumpkin has its own cord. So there's gonna be crazy electrical bills. All the pumpkins were carved. We've seen some of these from past years. A couple of them look new. It looks like so many little pumpkins in the trees. Look at that pumpkin right there. That I think that one's my favorite right now. This is my favorite little pumpkin. Shout out to whoever carved this one. Just come during the daytime and look at all the little details inside these scare zones, because someone had to hand carve all of these. They're all drastically different. They all have their own little pumpkin personalities. All right, let's continue into the scare zone now and see what other spooky little details that got added. So we're gonna come over here with some more of the skeletons, the cats that'll glow during the nighttime. We have another bike, not as rusted and distressed as the other one. Here we have another little pail of this little ghosty. I like this little pail kit that they got. There's all the little trick-or-treat pails. And then here we have some clothes that have been left here. Looks like a little princess or something was here. It's been here a while. We also have a spider web. And then again on the spider, looks like they've added the paint that glows. So there's gonna be all these different props that glow during the nighttime. Come along here, some more of the little pumpkin children, another cat that'll glow, and some more of the vines and, you know, twig work. Then we have a little witch's broom right here. Over here on this fence line, another one of the cats, a bike that's been here for a while. There's all the muddy distressing added to it. Some more little ghosty balls, some little pumpkin balls, a little vintage distressed pail. Down here, we're gonna have a pumpkin. And this pumpkin, again, looks like it has the glow wash on it. So if you kind of see this kind of like a, I would say, a milky looking texture added, that normally glows. We're gonna come over here, we have some more scarecrows. Now again, all of this popped up overnight. None of this stuff was here when we were here yesterday. The scarecrow is trying to show off something. Oh, look at these vintage ghost lights. These little guys are a vibe. Now over here we have some more clothes of you know, the missing children. We're gonna come along the fence line. Here's gonna be some pumpkin art, another bike, another cat looking right there, and then some more kids' clothes. Skeleton, a little glow-in-the-dark cat right there. Let's keep continuing. There's some more of the bikes that have been here for a while. This little scarecrow guy right there, another bike. This is like 50s. So this witch has been collecting these children for a very long time. All right, let's venture over to this side. We have some more twig work, and we have another cat right there looking at you. And then down here is gonna be another little ghosty, another cat right there, and then we have some more clothes. So it looks like the kids are being turned into cats, because we have their clothes here and then the cats are along the fence line. And then again over here, more cats, more clothes, more spiders, some more little vintage garland, scarecrow, and then another little cat. Now this cat is interesting because it doesn't have the glowing eyes. And then I'm not seeing too much new with the scare zone over here. Underneath the truss work, we have the cords kind of all wrapped up with this new little box in there, but nothing new yet in the scare zone. And then nothing over here yet other than building the food stands.
We have kind of an update about the rumored team member preview night. So if you remember a couple videos ago, we were kind of talking about there's potential of them doing 2 nights for team members, right? Because of the massive influx of new team members. For Epic, they added like 14,000 team members. It is looking like it's just gonna be one single team member night. So it's gonna be straight up Hunger Games, trying to get the reservation for it and get a spot because there's so many more team members now.
All right, let's go see what's happening over at the HHN Chain's heavily rumored facade over here to the right.
I don't see the Mecha team out there right now working on the facade. Looks about the same from the last time we saw it. And then the dollhouse is looking the same. I wonder if they're gonna put a giant piece of stained glass in the dollhouse window to kind of connect the whole stained glass vibe for this year.
A little update on the bridge. The electrical box is open. They've added, I think, another little beam over there. Not too big of a jump since last time we were here, though.
It is so hot out today. I don't know why people like travel here during July and August. I get it's the summertime, but it's literally like hell on earth. But when you're in the theme park, sometimes you just get surprised with a new version of BO and you just go, I didn't know that existed. We just smelled some sour meatloaf today.
All right, so big rumors for the HHN bar. Coca-Cola is releasing some spooky Cokes this year. So let's go over that real quick.
So someone posted this on Twitter. The official Five Nights at Freddy's Fanta drink is coming out soon for a limited time. Available from August 25th until November. That kind of lines up with the opening dates of Halloween Horror Nights. Now, we get to see the different flavors. There's gonna be one of Freddy, one of Chucky, one of Michael Myers, and one of the Grabber. So it looks like we'll probably have another Fanta bar theme at Halloween Horror Nights. Let's just hope they don't use AI art this time.
All right, the ladder is moved inside the tribute store, so the team is back to work, it looks like.
Back for HHN Sweet 16, they did this really cool kind of like diary series kind of for the build up for HHN. So I want to show you guys their vintage little diary. So every episode for the HHN updates will show you a new little diary that they posted back for Sweet 16, so you can kind of get a little appreciation for all the madness that goes on behind the scenes.
Hello everyone, my name is Kenny Bobble and I am coming to you from the front porch of the Bates Motel. Welcome to the production diaries for Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights 2006. Halloween Horror Nights Sweet 16. In this production diary series, we're going to show you a lot of great stuff because over the past 16 years, Universal Orlando has really established itself as one of the premier haunts in America. So in this series, we're going to take you behind the scenes to show you how we do what we do best. We're going to take you from concept and design to construction to auditions to rehearsals all the way up to opening night. So sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself for what promises to be the mother of all Halloween production diaries. Because everybody knows the mother is the boy's best friend.
Long live the tribute store arcade tarp that's been here for like a week, sticking outside the door. So in the month of August, we're gonna start going over all the different Easter eggs inside the Mummy gift shop. They did a whole overlay a couple years ago, but there's so much happening that we really never covered it all. So there's a lot of really great Easter eggs in here. So in August, we'll start covering all the fun details inside the Mummy gift shop.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go see it? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Well, the same old place, my sweet home, Chicago.
Nothing new with the Boris office, but there is something new with John Murdy.
I think it's John Murdy right there. John! So Amanda tweeted this at John. Dear John, ever since I was 10, I've always wanted to follow in your footsteps. I would love to design Halloween Horror Nights houses in Orlando. What steps would you have taken that got you in that position? And what do you think I could do to get into it? John says, I don't design houses in Orlando. I do Hollywood's event. So then Amanda says this, okay, well, I meant just in general, And then John says, it was different when I was growing up because there was no themed entertainment programs in colleges, so I was a theater major, but that still gave me a good foundation for this type of work. Basically, I started at Universal Studios Hollywood as a tour guide and worked my way up the ladder. Thank you for the feedback. I'm planning to go to Tom Savini's makeup school and Tingling College to get my fine arts degree in entertainment design, and thank you for giving me your feedback and have an awesome year. And John said, I worked with Tom years ago on a Friday the 13th documentary that filmed in our HHN houses. Sounds like you have a good plan. Now, I do know friends who have gone to the Tom Savini school. Wonderful school to go to. So then someone asked John, hey, John Murdy, how are your thumbs feeling this week? John says, well, nothing today. That could change. As you know, John says his famous little saying of, right, you know, the pricking of my thumbs. That's when an announcement is coming. So I think we have an announcement coming very, very soon.
If you remember in the last update, we're talking about the new Fallout Funko Pops. Trick or Treat Studios also announced a new kind of mask line. As you know, the tribute stores always kind of sell masks. So I feel like you might see some of these Fallout masks inside the tribute store.
What's going on, Wasteland Wanderers and Vault Tech Dwellers? We have a very special surprise for you today. We are cracking open the vault of all things Fallout, so let's get right into it. First up, retro plastic face masks. Lightweight, breathable, and straight out of a 1950s Halloween. We've got both Vault Boy and Vault Girl, molded in bright colors and styled to match classic charm. Eye holes, elastic band, and big grins that scream Vault-Tec propaganda in the best way. Ready to level up? Go full mascot with our over-the-head vinyl Vault Boy and Vault Girl masks. Sculpted for a clean, cartoon-accurate look with vision holes built in and detailing all the way around. These look just as good on a shelf as they do in a jumpsuit. And for those of you who bathe in the rads, here's everybody's favorite ghoul. The Ghoul from Amazon's Fallout TV show. Full head latex, dripping with details straight from the show. Horrifying in the best way possible. Now, let's sweeten the deal. Literally, with the Vault Boy candy pail. Whether you're trick-or-treating or hoarding bottle caps, this molded pail is shaped like Vault Boy's smiling face and features a sturdy handle for easy hauling. Details all the way around, bright paint apps, and it's lightweight enough for even your smallest lone wanderers. Toss in some Radaway and you're good to go. From vault-themed masks to radioactive rot and candy-carrying charisma, our Fallout line is ready to gear you up for the apocalypse, or your next convention.
We just popped into the main Universal store. Enjoy being yourself. It looks like they have a new mystery box of Bob and Tim. As you know, Bob is the minion and then Tim is his little teddy bear. So you're gonna have this mystery box, $20 a mystery box. There's a chaser, it also looks like. You'll have Tim and Bob going on a little picnic. Tim and Bob going to the beach. Oh, I like this one. They're having a little campfire. They're sunbathing and kind of reading. Then they're like gardening. Here's another one of them going to the beach. And then little Bob investigating a butterfly on top of Tim. They have this whole new collection that just dropped. On the box it'll say Universal Studios Park exclusive, so you have to come to the parks to pick these up. They still have a couple of the Jaws sippers left. Again, these are selling out pretty quick, but $24 plus tax. We're at City Walk now. Nothing going on with the big pile of dirt, but over here they're running some pipes, it looks like. There's all these new like turquoise pipes that have popped up, and it looks like they're lowering them into the ground. Alright, it's time to go over the next round of merchandise here at Super Nintendo World Store. The next section to go over is all the Donkey Kong stuff. Novelty headwear, right? So you can wear Donkey Kong's head. There's even his little tie. $25 for the Donkey Kong smaller plush. And then $28 for the little kid 100% polyester short sleeve shirt. $40 for the Donkey Kong drawstring bag. And on the back, it'll say Super Nintendo World. $79 for the hoodie. You'll have Donkey Kong there looking just kind of upset with his life. It's a little too hot outside. So on the sleeve, it'll say Donkey Kong. $35 for the adult short sleeve shirt. $30, we're gonna have the headband, a little Donkey Kong right there. And then Diddy Kong. And then $16 for the Donkey Kong mug. And then $12 for the Donkey Kong cup. So that is a wrap on this section. We'll do another one tomorrow.
Okay, let's go back to the office. Let's get into the AC. I'm glistening like a butterball turkey on Thanksgiving. Okay guys, we're back in the office. So it looks like there might be a leak that confirms WYATT 6 coming to HHN this year. Albert tweeted out this, whoops, like Halloween Horror Nights wiki, pulled a Jason Blum and jumped the gun. They already have the WWE house listed on their site for Hollywood. Weird, because it's not listed on the Orlando page. I guess they thought it would have been announced already too. So you see Five Nights at Freddy's is gonna be in Soundstage 15 it looks like. Fallout is gonna be at the year-round Haunt venue. Jason Universe in the Mummy queue. Monsters 3 in the Parisian Courtyard. Terrifier in the Curious George tent number 1. Scarecrow by Slash and T-Pad. And then Curious George tent number 2. WWE presents the Horrors of the WYATT 6 in the Jurassic World queue. So that's on the Wikipedia, and then there's a WYATT 6 page on Twitter, posted this little image. Now this image looks very familiar to the past teasers for Terrifier and Fallout, kind of the TV screen surrounded by a room with a bunch of little Easter eggs hidden within it. Probably when you guys are watching this, hopefully the WWE WYATT 6 house is announced, and there's new merchandise to show up in the next update for you guys. So while you guys are watching this, I'm at Universal right now, filming some stuff. So guys, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
We love the family!
Because I'm going to keep you up to date on all things Halloween Horror Nights and Universal Studios around the country. I love you all, and I'll see y'all very soon.
$30. We're gonna have the headband, a little Donkey Kong right there, and then